Gleyber Torres is a polarizing player for many Yankee fans, with some of the best offensive seasons we've seen from a second baseman in pinstripes, and also some of the most infuriating and mind-boggling slumps we've ever seen. 2022 served as a nice bounce back for Gleyber, who hit 24 home runs with a 115 WRC+ and 9 defensive runs saved at the second base position, but it still felt as if he could be so much more at the plate. He ran into a terrible month of August where he just hit 2 home runs for a 28 WRC+ and a 180 average. In 2023, however, we're seeing Gleyber Torres get off to an excellent start, and while it's a small sample size, we're starting to see the tools that Gleyber has displayed in the past all gel together for what could be his best season as a New York Yankee. But before we get any further, let's talk about today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Baseball is back, folks, and everyone's looking for a fantasy app to use this season, but look no further than Underdog. Their Pick Em game mode puts you up against a projection as you battle by selecting the higher or lower totals on different projected stats for a game. You can select up to 5 players, allowing you to win up to 20 times your money. There's also an insurance mode where you can lower the ceiling of money you get, but if one or a couple of those players are unable to reach the projection you selected, you'll still win some money. There are also some draft formats where you don't have to worry about getting trade offers or setting lineups, and it's super easy to get started today with season-long and weekly game modes. It's not too late to sign up for Underdog Fantasy, and if you sign up with the code Fireside, you'll get a 100% match on your initial deposit of up to $100. Don't delay, download the app, and use the code Fireside to get started today. From 2018 to 2019, Gleyber Torres clubbed 62 home runs with a .511 slugging percentage and 123 WRC+, making him easily one of the best offensive second basemen in the entire sport. Heading into 2020, however, the Yankees let longtime shortstop Didi Gregorius walk in free agency in the hopes that Gleyber could finally become the shortstop of the future entering his age 23 season. Instead, Gleyber regressed to a 107 WRC+ and a 368 slugging percentage, although he struck out less than ever before and walked more than he ever had before. It was a weird year for Torres, who went from an overly aggressive power hitter to a patient hitter with little game power and solid OBP skills. He barreled just 3.7% of batted balls that season, but with under 50 games of sample size and a dominant postseason, it looked as if Gleyber Torres would have a huge year in 2021. But instead of bouncing back from his 2020 season, he got worse, posting a 94 WRC+ with a career worst in hard hit rate, isolated power, on base percentage, and slugging percentage, all while posting -8 OAA and -10 defensive runs saved at shortstop. Gio Urshela would eventually take over the position, and Torres would slide over to second base, and come opening day in 2022, he would find himself on the outside looking in for the opening day lineup, with newcomers Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and Josh Donaldson taking his spot. But Gleyber Torres would come into 2022 with a new adjustment. Focusing on improving his quality of contact and generating damage, Torres swung more and with added aggression, decreased his OBP to a career low 310, but also brought his slugging percentage up to 451. He'd set career bests in exit velocity, barrel rates, and hard hit rates, and with improved defense at second, Torres really rose his stock a lot that year. By the All-Star break, Torres had a 19% strikeout rate, 129 WRC+, and 14 home runs, making him one of the very best offensive second basemen in the sport. Then, out of nowhere, the Yankees began dangling Gleyber Torres in trade rumors, with some reports suggesting they were about to send him to Miami for Pablo Lopez, and Torres did not handle the news well. He struggled to make contact for the following month, he didn't work walks, and he didn't hit for power. Everything Torres did well in the first half suddenly vaporized, and as a whole, the Yankees played below .500 baseball in August, and while Gleyber had a hot month of September to balance out his numbers, he would hear trade rumors come right back in the offseason. This time, instead of letting it bother him, Torres would go play in the WBC on a Venezuelan team that shocked teams like Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic before opening day, and he'd get things started quickly. Gleyber Torres is currently hitting .421 with a .560 OBP, all while walking 24% of this time and striking out just 8% of the time. His chase rate looks pretty good, he's making more contact, and oh yeah, he's barreling almost 20% of batted balls. Gleyber Torres is combining the aforementioned walk rates we discussed earlier in 2020 and 2021 with the improvements in power we saw in 2022. And while he won't win an MVP, especially with the likes of Aaron Judge on his own team, it's not out of the cards for someone entering their age 26 season to have a career year. We've seen flashes from Gleyber in the past, displaying elite level plate discipline or great power at times, but for the first time in his career, he's showing the potential to do both at the same time. Steamer's updated projections have Torres completing a 2020 season, posting a 130 WRC+ and 4.1 F-WAR, which would mark career best for the former top prospect. At the end of the day, they're just projections, but it's very telling of what he's capable of. He's got 5 stolen bases in just 6 games, taking full advantage of MLB's new pickoff rules and bigger bases, and he's still a strong defensive second baseman while absolutely mashing the baseball. Torres could put up close to a 5-WAR year, and for a Yankees team that is searching for offense outside of Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton, Torres can step up to the plate and be the bat that everyone hoped we'd acquire this offseason. He's got pop, he's got enough quality swing decision tools, and he's in the right physical prime for him to go out and have a career year. 2023 still has a lot in store for us, but this could end up being the year of Gleyber Torres. Let us know what you guys think about Gleyber Torres in the comment section below. What does his future look like in pinstripes? We'd love to hear what you guys have to add to the conversation, and we'd love to hear you guys comment on other posts we have, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, our YouTube page, or our Facebook. Make sure to check me out at Ryan Garcia ESM to follow my Twitter and what I'm talking about. And of course, you can check out Empire Sports Media for all your favorite New York sports content. We've got you guys from MLB, NHL, NFL, NBA, and MMA as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Stay hot, Yankee fans. Peace out.